Welcome to this interview. I am so super excited to have Jeff on today. Mr. Jeff is one of my favorite people to work with, and I would love it very much, Mr. Jeff, if you will tell people what you do and what you're all about and what company you work with, just like a little blurb about who you are and why you do what you do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Becky, thank you again for having me on. This is great. And feelings mutual. We love working with you. My name's Jeff Newton. I work with Stride Bank. Um, we've been with Stride for almost 2 years now, and absolutely love it. They have given us a great home and given us the freedom to do what we need to do. We have a brand that we use that deals and works with our veterans, National VA Loans. Credit repair and credit work, things like that, it goes hand in hand with a lot of that. So we work with a lot of veterans, and it's been awesome working with you and those veterans. So,
I love it. And so you're known for helping families find their dream homes and getting deals done that others can't. And so, what keeps you so passionate about doing what you do?
well, I mean, especially on the veteran side, but just really everyone. I mean, home ownership is still the American dream. I mean, no matter what you hear in the news and all over the place, it is. It's still the American dream. Everyone wants to own their home. No one wants to rent. No one wants to have someone else tell you what you can do where you live. And so, for me, I think that I don't think it's a right. I don't think it's a. I think homeownership is a privilege that you earn, and I want to be a part of that. And I want everyone to be able that wants to buy a home, either now or in the future. I want to, regardless of income or credit or any of that, I want them to have a path to home ownership because it is freedom and it just feels so good to own your own home and know when you go home that I live here. If I want to put a hole in that wall, I can. And I mean, I like that. And I, 25 years of doing this and I'm excited when I got a new first time home buyer and I get excited about those things. And I don't know why I still do. I mean, I know a lot of guys that do this for 20 plus years and they're grumpy as hell all the time. And I'm like, man, be happy. This is a fun job. This is what we do. It's cool to see the smile on someone's face when you say you're approved. And I mean, because it's a big smile, and I just enjoy that. I like that part of this industry and really working with customers and getting them to where they want to be, which is home ownership.
Awesome. I love that. I love that you're still excited after 25 years. Some people are like, oh, another day, another dollar, and the grind and all the things. And so, the fact that you're excited to walk somebody through being able to do something like this is amazing. And so what do you think sets you apart from other agents or lenders like in your area or, Oklahoma, Kansas area? Because that's where we work out of together, right?
Yeah, between Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, you know,
Hmm.
I it's hard when you ask what separates you. It's because everyone, whether it be your company or everyone, well, we close loans on time. Well, everyone does that. And oh, we got great rates. Well, doesn't everybody? I mean, that doesn't set you apart. I think what sets us apart is number one, I don't know how the best way to say it. We give a damn. We care. We actually do care. I mean, you know, the only time that's stressful around here is whenever something isn't working on the timeline we're hoping, because we're trying to hit that timeline for our borrowers, and it's important to us. And so I think that the personal attention, I always tell everybody my best ability is availability. You call me, I'm answering. You text me, I'm going to reply. You email me, I'm getting back to you. And I mean, there's never going to be that MIA moment, like where the hell's Jeff? We don't know what we can't find him. I don't have those. And if I did, you better call hospitals because I've been hit by a bus. So I'm somewhere laid up and I can't get to my phone. But I think that's one of the biggest things that we all adopt here in our office for Stride is, we our best ability is availability and we don't disappear. We're out there all over the place, whether it be our National VA Loans YouTube channel or stuff like this. I mean, we're
Right.
you can
I
find it.
mean, I sent you a message just because I wanted to get everything organized at 8 or 9 o'clock, and he answered right away and was like, "Sure, I'll do an interview. What time, what place?" And we got it scheduled within 24 hours, which is amazing. So yes, definitely do what you say you're gonna do. I love that.
I'm the guy that can't handle the red notifications on my phone. If there's a notification, I have got to get rid of it. So, and not just clear it, I got to respond to it and
Mhm.
commit an action on it. So,
Nice.
it's a blessing and a curse, trust me. You know,
Yeah,
vacations can be a little bit dotty and spotty because I'm always working still, but it's just important, I think.
I love it. Okay, I was thinking through the next question. So, as someone doing high volume and is always focused on results, what's the biggest challenge you faced when a deal gets delayed because of the buyer's credit?
Oh man, the biggest challenge is I don't know about the well before you and I met, the biggest challenge was finding someone that I could trust on if there was issues on credit, finding someone I could trust to work with those people. And it
Mhm.
wasn't, I mean, again, even like in what you do, well, we guarantee this or we do this. Well, everybody says that. It's not so
Right.
much about what you can do, it's more about the type of person you are, the type of person I'm working with. Because let's be honest, those are my customers up front. They're the people that they come to me and they trust me, whether they were referred to me or they're a veteran that's deployed in Germany and he's trying to buy a house for his family in Alabama. These people
Mhm.
trust me, and so who I work with, whether no matter what it is, but especially on the credit side of things, it reflects on me, and I have to take that into account no matter what I'm doing. And
Mhm.
you and I met, I think it's been a little over a year, almost 2 years ago now,
Mhm.
and it was in just a regular meeting for Stride Bank, and you got introduced to us, and I was sitting there and I was listening to you. I'm like, God, I think I like her. I think I could work with her. And then we started talking, and then we started working together. And it's like, all right, she does what she says she's going to do. She calls people back, she responds, she answers questions, and then she follows through on all that. And to me, in this industry, in this kind of relationship, that's one of the most important things is follow through. You know, a lot of people just do not do it. They collect a check and they move the hell on, and that just doesn't work for me. And I don't think it works for any of our guys here. I mean, all of my people in our office here in our Kansas City branch, we have all been in the business for 20 plus years, and we've all worked together for at least 16 years, which is
Wow.
nuts to
That
me.
is nuts, especially in a mortgage industry, because it seems like sometimes you guys hop because
People hop around. I mean, it's the Easter Bunny almost all over the place. I mean, how many places have you been? Well, I've been at 38 places in the last 6 years. What are you talking about? I mean, do you wear out your welcome or do people just not like you? It's one of those
you
things.
can't say that, Jeff.
Well, well, here everyone
Funny.
likes each other, so we've all worked together a really long time, and we all hold each other to that standard of, yeah.
Mhm.
Look, there's no going missing. I mean, you respond, you reply, you answer, and we're providing a service, and that's how I look at this kind of relationship is you're providing a service to our clients, and that's why it's so important who we work with on this side of things because you
Mhm.
do such a great job, and it makes me turn in that warm customer over knowing that they're taken care of. I know I don't have to worry about it. So I can't thank you enough for that.
Oh, thank you. I okay, so one of the questions just already got asked how we got introduced, and then what's the biggest difference when you started partnering with us and the team? And I think you kind of answered that as far as you
Trust. I mean,
trust.
I
Yeah.
trust. I trust. And
Hmm.
I've always said trust but verify and expect no
Sure.
matter what you're doing. And with we've done that. We've gone through that, and
Sure.
so now that trust is there, and it's so
It's
simple to
easy.
be able to
Yeah.
tell my customer, "Hey, look, I'm gonna introduce you to Becky. She's the credit queen, boy. I'm telling you, she knows her
Yeah.
stuff, and she
Yeah.
not only will you enjoy." Not only will you trust that she's going to get things done for you, but you're going to enjoy working with her. And that's so important to me, man. You got to like who you work with because if you don't, it becomes miserable.
Right. So my biggest question, and this is what I hear in your industry all the time, as far as lenders go, they don't think credit repair is real. They don't think it works. They've sent it to people. They never get a person back. Like these are the things that I hear all the time, right?
I'm
Or
sure.
like, I just had one the other day that the lender told the borrower one, they had old stuff on their credit report, like things that were more than 3 to 4 years, 5 years old. And he told them that they're just going to have to wait 3 years before they can buy. Uh, and, um, and that credit repair doesn't work. And that, it was just kind of nutty to me because they've been in this business for a while and maybe they've just had such bad experiences. And then I thought, well, and then they said something about the word dispute on the credit report, like it messes everything up. And so I'm thinking, okay, so first address the old collections or old things. That's my sweet spot, is anything
Yeah.
that's older than 2 or 3 years old on a credit report. Sometimes I can get it deleted. And then I thought, okay, the word dispute being on the credit report. Well, I have a process put in place that gets that word off the credit report in 72 hours. So like what's the hang up here? Like I could get the boat moving faster than they could by waiting 3 years and calling you back. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense. And then I remembered, like I was a mortgage broker too. Whenever like 2005, 2006, 2007, somewhere in that bad era,
Yeah.
then into 2008, right? That's when I started my credit repair business because I liked getting borrowers ahead of time and educating them on what they could do for their credit. But then I had no idea that credit repair, like, I didn't think through, like, well, what if these things got deleted from the credit report and the scores did go up? Because all y'all's credit simulators say pay this off or do this, and this is what the score will do. But it doesn't say if things got removed from the credit report and they were doing things to increase their credit scores, what would actually happen. So, in your industry, I know that was long, but I feel like it's important to make the distinctions.
Yeah.
In your industry, what have you heard about credit repair companies? And like, what is some of the stuff you've heard or
All the same
hear
stuff you just
people?
said. They
Mm,
it doesn't work. It doesn't blah, blah. And my response to that is number one, education. I think more loan officers, more mortgage specialists, they need to be educated on the process. Which is where you come in. I mean, between YouTube videos and like you and I did a podcast together, and
right.
I mean that information, and it's amazing. I've had multiple people call in and say, "Hey, I was listening to your credit podcast. I was listening," and I'm like, "Good. This is education.
Yay.
This is information that people need." So I think for people in my industry, I think the biggest thing is education, number one. Number two, I think it's working with someone you can trust and
Mhm.
and feeling confident that you can trust them. And number three, I think having that confidence of someone you can trust just makes it so because you're passing that customer along basically, and so you
Right.
have to have that trust. And I think that's just one of the biggest things is knowing and understanding credit. And let's be honest, most people that do what I do have no clue how credit works. They
I
know what you just
didn't.
said. They
Yeah.
Well, if you pay this balance down, your credit score is going to go up this many points, and that's what we
Sure.
need to do. That's
Sure.
what they know. But that's
Yeah.
not a long-term fix because it's going to come
Yeah.
back and it's going to, I mean, it's just, it bounces all over like that. So there's there's the quick fix, and sometimes the quick fix is all you need to do to get the loan done. But if you care about your client and
Mhm.
you want to work with that customer again in the future, and you want that customer to send you their kids in 10 years and their
Yeah.
friends and their neighbors and their family and all that, then the quick fix isn't the answer. I mean, yes, it's the answer right away to get your deal done, but let's help them get in a great position to where now they can get their car insurance lower because they've gotten their credit fixed. Or now they can get, I don't know, their life insurance policies better. Or, I mean, credit affects everything. Maybe they don't have to put a deposit down on their electric
Security
bill
clearance so
anymore.
they don't lose their job.
Yeah, security. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's such a big one that no,
Mhm.
and especially with us in the military or working with people in the military, that's so big. It's so
It
huge.
is. It is.
So
I've seen it go bad. I've seen it go both ways. And yeah, but yeah, so it's all about mapping out a plan for somebody, and they got to start where they start, and they for sure ain't going to get anywhere if their credit's bad and the lender never calls them back. That's what I hear on my side a lot is the lender never called them back. They never told them why they weren't approved. They never told them, and it's like, man, if we were just teaming up and they were just doing a warm handoff, now they seem like they care about that deal that didn't get done. And now they've got somebody that'll come back to them. And even if Like I can't fix everybody. They gotta
Well,
want to
no.
fix themselves too. It's got to be a two-way street, you know. But I do the best I can. I give them the set of instructions. Like you said, I'm a huge advocate on educating. Um, like when I did start doing this originally, I didn't know. Even when I started my business, it's kind of like doing a home loan. It's like that first one that you get, and you're like, wow, this actually closed. So that's how that works, right? Like
Yep.
it is like the same thing for credit repair. It was like I started doing it, but I had only been analyzing credit reports to get home loans approved or not approved for the first couple of years. And then when I started actually doing credit repair and I started pulling somebody's credit and then 30 to 45 days later we pulled a new report and I literally had the FICO reports, right? Because I was still in the mortgage industry, so I was still not having to pay $100 a credit report, right? But I would have the first one and the second one, and line by line on paper, I would say, this is what the credit score did. These are the things that got deleted from the credit report. I would sit down with the borrower and show them everything. And and after about 60 people, I was like, okay, I get it. This works. This is awesome. But it took a minute to figure out what would and wouldn't and the last active dates and all the details. So
Well, and you know,
kind of a credit
it,
nerd when it comes to that kind of thing. And then I
you kind of
started
have to
going to
be, right? It's
all of the boot camps and why does it do this and how do we tweak that? And so literally, like taking a loan application now, you can in 5 minutes to 20 minutes pre-approve somebody and know pretty much if they're going to get approved or what the snag's going to be. Well, that's how credit is for me. I look at it and I can in 5 to 20 minutes analyze somebody's credit report and be like, okay, this is what's going to have to be addressed. This you leave alone. This we need to go make better, tweak, 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 and then they get what they want. So
that's right.
this
And
is
it's
going to be
all
the red flag, you know.
there's a lot of trial and error in everything we do, especially when we're learning about it. I mean,
Mhm.
believe me, I remember my first mortgage deal I ever closed was on an earth contact home. We got all the way to almost to clear to close, and then the lender said, "Oh, we don't do earth contact." And I'm like, "Hey, man, I've been doing this 3 months, and this is my first loan I'm closing. We're gonna do an earth contact, all right? It's gonna happen." And we did. It
What is an
closed.
earth contact?
Oh, it's like where half the house is under the ground. So like you may only see the front of the house and the roof
Sure.
and everything. So they just wouldn't, they all of a sudden wouldn't do it. And I'm like, you had the appraisal for the last 3 weeks. I mean, you knew this was
Hmm.
neither here nor there. I mean, but it's just trial and error. And
Sure.
the people that last in the industry, whether your industry or mine,
Mhm.
learn and we take note. Okay, I remember this one now. I can't do this. Or okay, oh, we got
Right.
to do this. And there's a lot
That's
of
where I
people out.
think AI and Chat GPT is it's never gonna be able to replace what you know you have. It's like we're the Chat GPTs that analyze the deal according to all the experiences that we had and the way that we know loans work and lenders work and different things, and it's like I feel like that's the one little piece that's just never going to replace.
The human element.
It
Yeah. The
isn't.
experience. I mean,
Yeah.
ChatGPT might give you the guideline or this is
Mhm.
it, but I can look at it and be like, okay, yeah, that may be it. But let me tell you something. I've ran into this three other
Sure.
times, and I can promise you that we're going to run into this. So let's head it off now.
Sure.
And that's where experience comes in. I
Mhm.
mean, I can't even imagine how much money people save by using someone like you that's experienced or someone like us that has tons of experience because we can solve a lot of problems before they become problems.
Sure.
And
We
instead
can
of,
collapse time, as I like to say. We collapse
yes,
time. Hmm.
absolutely agree 100%. So
So,
100%.
Mr. Jeff, if somebody was looking to get a hold of you, how do
Oh,
they find you?
well, I tell you what, usually any way it works, whether it be text, email, or smoke signal, but best way is I always give my direct line out, which comes to my cell phone as well, and that's 405-595-2528. Uh, that's always a good way to get a hold of me. I'm old school. I'm 46. I like phone calls still. So
Sure.
phone call works. Of
Me
course,
too.
email. You can always email me at jnewton@stridebank.com. And for those people that like to just get stuff done and you want to shoot me a text and you want my answer right now, shoot me a
Mhm.
text on my cell at 816-550-3326. I won't say who you are and I'll get right back to you.
I love that. And you guys do national lending, right?
Every state, every state.
Yay.
Yeah,
So,
we
you're one of
love
my
it.
national lenders, so I love that. So I'm so happy. Thank you for jumping on here today because I really wanted to promote the people that I like to work with that like to work with me.
Yes.
And so that's fun. I really appreciate you taking out some time to do that. So, yay.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for always being willing to work with us. And I want to definitely set up something with our branch here pretty soon, just a little more intimate, where we can get in and do a little Q&A with you and stuff like that, just with all of our loan officers and our operations staff here. I think would be really great.
I can't wait to come to Kansas. That'll be so much fun. Okay, let me